my name's Kelly and welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing the Jane Austen Book Tag that Morgan over at Morgan's Endless Bookshelf created. I'll tag her in the description link below. I'm very excited about this book tag because I love Jane Austen. I love reading her books, and how perfect, because it is 250 years since she was born this year. And I know there are some people who are doing a year-long celebration of Jane Austen, and so to do this book tag is just, it seemed like a lot of fun. While I wasn't tagged in it, in talking with Morgan in her comment section, she did say that I should do it, so I'm taking it as a tag. Anyhow, so the first prompt is for Sense and Sensibility, a book about family. For that, I chose Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. So, I mean, I can't think of a book that is more about family than this book. It's four sisters. It's all about how they interact with each other, how they take on the world outside of their home, and the struggles that they come across growing up. It's such a good book, and I think that anybody who hasn't read it should definitely give it a shot. The next prompt is for Pride and Prejudice, and that is a book that deserves the hype. All right, so, of course, Anne of Green Gables by Ellen Montgomery. I love Anne. It may be because I identify with her so much. I don't know. Maybe. So the thing is, maybe not how she, has a bit of a temper. I don't think I would ever hit somebody over the head with a chalkboard slate. I mean, I don't know. My husband, he gets to me sometimes, but I don't think I'd hit him. But just in the fact that she is always in her own world. She's inside her head, and it's just a place where she imagines such romantical things and is just off in her own world, and I identify with that. So that is the one that I would recommend for this book prompt. The third prompt is for Mansfield Park, and that is an introverted main character. So, The Resistance, the Ilion Chronicles, it is about, actually, two of the main characters, I would say, are very introverted, and it's very cute how they find solace in each other. So for anybody who doesn't know, this is a book about, I would say it's fantasy, but without magic. And it's a Christian allegory. It is about persecution of faith and learning how to overcome your own past and learning to move past some of the hard things that maybe you did or that happened to you, and how to deal with those things. And it's just, seriously, this is one of my favorite series. Jaye Knight did an amazing job with this entire series. I absolutely love it. I would recommend it to anyone. So good. The next prompt is Emma, and that is the best male character. So I don't have the sleeve for this, but not many people know about or maybe have read this book. It's Arena by Karen Hancock. There is a character in here. His name is Pierce, and while he has his struggles, he has some serious things that he has gone through, that he struggles with, but the way that he gets through those things, the way that he is able to still have such faith, the way that he is able to still lead other people with honor. It's such a good book. And for anybody who doesn't know, Arena is about, so take the Pilgrim's Progress and put it as like a sci-fi situation. It's really, really good. If you look at it as the story of what we go through in our relationship with God, in searching for God, in what happens after you come to God, and the aspects of grace. Oh man, grace just abounds in this book, and it's so good. Okay, so editing Kelly here. I realized that I was going to tell you guys what Arena was about, but I didn't. I just told you what it was like. So, Callie is a woman that goes in for, what is it called? Like the lab testing that people can do to get paid for. Anyway, so she thinks she's going in for that. She ends up getting transferred to another planet of sorts, and she has to follow a handbook to get out of it. But she's surrounded by people who refuse to follow the handbook and tell her that it's useless. Anyway, so it just kind of goes from there. I really recommend reading it. And honestly, the first time I read it, I can say this because I wasn't married yet. I read Pierce's character and I was like, well, hey, listen, a man who is just so good at heart and has such strong faith, yes, sign me up. That's my book, boyfriend. So the fifth prompt is for Northanger Abbey, and it is a bookish main character. And the book that I first thought of for this was Danger in the Shadows by D. Henderson. This is the prequel to the O'Malley series. This is a suspense series, and actually both of these characters, the main characters, love to read, but one of them is also an author, and I thought that that would be kind of perfect for this. They may not be as bookish as Catherine, but still, they're pretty bookish. So this is about a woman named Sarah Walsh, and she's under FBI protection. She was abducted as a child, and she's a grown adult now, but the man who abducted her continues to stalk her, and he keeps finding her, and then they have to move her again. So everything that she does is under a guise, but she still is trying to carry on with her work as an author. And so she publishes under other names to help protect her identity. She ends up meeting a man named Adam Black, and they end up getting to know each other. They start to like each other, but then chaos ensues when it's possible that she has been found again. Great book. I definitely recommend this. The next prompt is Persuasion, a second chance at romance. I'm not a big fan of romance. Like I've said before, I just need something else to be the main plot line, and then the romance can be sprinkled in, but I can't have it be only romance. So that being said, I don't have a lot of romance books on my shelf to choose from. However, a couple years ago, I saw a book that was called The Christmas Train by David Baldacci. What? David Baldacci. Anyhow, so I wanted a Christmas read, and so I bought this just so that I could have something to read of a Christmas read. It does end up being a second chance romance. Very cute. It's a very cute story. They're stuck on a train, and they get to know each other again. I can't remember the names of the characters. I believe their names are Tom and Eleanor. Yes, Tom and Eleanor, I'm pretty sure. Anyhow, it's been a while since I read it, and I only read it once, but a mystery ends up happening on the train, and they have to solve it. I really don't remember a whole lot about this book. I remember I tried to watch the movie after reading it, and the movie was not great. So if you're gonna have anything to do with this story, definitely read the book. So the seventh prompt is for Lady Susan. It's an unlikable main character. The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Oh boy. If there was ever an unlikable main character, let me tell you, this guy is not nice. He's not good. Anyway, so he's like super obsessed about his looks, and a friend painted a picture of him, and he just starts talking about how he never wants to grow old because someone gets in his ear about how he's really just like a pretty boy. It's his looks, and he doesn't, once your looks go, everything just kind of falls apart or whatever. Anyhow, he ends up becoming not a great person. So that's that's my choice for this prompt. And the last prompt is for Sanditon and the Watsons, and it's a book with an unsatisfying ending. Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. I had never read this book. Didn't know anything about it, never saw the movie. I knew nothing about this book. I had heard people mention the name of it, but I knew absolutely nothing. And I decided a little over a year ago, per my husband suggesting it, to read it. Keep in mind, my husband knows that I am an emotional person. And this book, I got to the end and I was bawling. And I was so angry at the book. I finished it, and then I called my husband crying and saying, how dare you recommend this book to me? It is so sad. Now, that being said, I understand why it's a classic. It deals with very hard things. I totally get it. But that doesn't mean that I have to like the ending and how sad it is, and it broke my heart, and I can't, this book. Anyway, so that's it for the Jane Austen book tag. I hope that you guys found something in there that if you haven't read it before, maybe you want to. I have no idea who I'm going to tag in this. I will look around and probably suggest a few people. We'll see. If you get tagged, maybe do this. All right, anyway, that's it. Bye, guys.